Welcome to a special edition of Raw Arsenal. In this video, we reflect on a title-winning season with one game to spare. Arsenal have eclipsed all others this season. I watched a lovely montage of all the goals we scored thus far, just to jog my memory on some of the special moments that led up to this pinnacle. And having said that, it's fair to say that uh, every member of the squad kind of played a very important part. It's, it's the common cliche, right? We need all the parts of the body to function like we do. But the beauty of Arsenal's football at the moment is that every position, every player can score. We don't rely on any one single person. I think that resonates with a lot of fans, and it's a great picture. And I'm going to get religious for a sec. Not pseudo-God religious, but, the body of Christ. Every part makes up the body, and every knee shall bow for the King. It's great to see that special moment when Jesus, back from another lengthy, you know, knee operation, ACL, I believe it was. Is that 2 or 3 so far now in his long, illustrious career, and he comes back and he scores. He takes off his shirt to show the undershirt. I belong to Jesus. It's great to see that those words resurrected. Uh, Originally won by Kaka, of course, AC Milan after the Champions League final. And we look on to a Champions League final of this year, 2026, against PSG at Budapest. But back to the Premier League, it's really remarkable how so many players could contribute. I mean, Martinelli was not the most effective. He didn't own the left wing position in the Premier League this season, but when you think back to special moments, that equalizer against Man City at home, set up by Eze, which finally got us the equalizer in a match, which would have had a huge mental blow associated with it if we had lost, of course, against the traditional nemesis in Manchester City. Not just previous seasons, but this season, who beat us in the EFL final, who won the FA Cup. But as Pep's moment moonlight moment wanes. We've done it. And we've done it on our own terms. With one match to spare, an opportunity now to finish not just higher on points, but higher on goal difference. But Martinelli with that fantastic flick over Donnarumma. And like I said, maybe not here, but I believe Martinelli holds the record for most consecutive goals scored in a Champions League season for Arsenal. I think he has a big part to play in the Champions League final. But it was Leandro Trossard coming up with some incredible moments this season. Most recently against, not Burnley, but the name eludes me. West Ham, rather. I still remember West Ham's captain, Mark Noble, scoring against us late last season at West Ham's home, Olympic Stadium. And that being one of the matches that, sparked the inevitable bottle. And then you have Miles Lewis-Skelly has also done particularly well this year in the Champions League, not so much in the Premier League. He found it hard to find a place. Strong performances from Calafiori and Hincapié, but that incredible moment caught on camera by a brother, Saka. You guys know which clip I'm talking about. The bottle clip. Now we're drinking out of the bottle. Now we're drinking bottles. He says it better. But Trossard, not only then, but yeah, that was such an important match. And to win it 1-0, huge pressure. Huge pressure on the collective. And then the next match, Havertz. Who else? Against the sky blue kitted side. Scores the header from a corner. How else were we going to win? What turned out to be a winning match. But Kai Havertz, he soared higher than all in that box to meet a corner delivered by Bukayo Saka. And Saka, coming back from injury, maybe 3 games ago now, against Fulham, getting us another. I believe it was 1-0, wasn't it? 1-0 to the Arsenal. Carrying perhaps an Achilles heel injury. He's been big for us in the Champions League as well. At the end, we've managed to find the finish. We've managed to find the composure. If you go back to other important moments, David Raya, saves after save, after save, after save, winning us a multitude of matches. William Saliba and Gabriel forming an incredible partnership this season, not just this season, but for 4 seasons straight. That takes composure. and helping David Raya to another Golden Glove. I believe he's won it 2 years in a running now. Not three, 2 years. Incredible. Timber rising to the forefront. And what a season he had. Chipping in with goals. Headers. Assists. Calafiori and Timber terrorizing opponents and freeing up space for our attackers, and sometimes being the goal-scoring attackers, providing the assists. Calafiori had some incredible moments as well. So you look back to when it started the season against Man United, got that important touch to make sure of a 1-0 victory against Man United, who have been our traditional foe in the past, one of our traditional foes, who have eclipsed us in the past, no doubt, but not this season. Calafiori, adding so much creativity, combining so well with Trossard in particular. He was a big reason why Trossard racked up, I think it was the most number of Premier League goals in the first half of our Premier League season. And if he continued in that vein, Leandro Trossard, I think would have come into invincible, invincible team, invincible team form, replacing Invincibles in the all-time squad. I think it's come close. I think Leandro Trossard has to be in the conversation going forward when it comes to the top wingers at the club. This season he rivaled Saka. Season's not over. Still got a Champions League final, but it wasn't just his goals; it was his assists as well, providing a number of assists for Gyökeres and other team members were slow to find him from the members of his team. Hats off to him. And they jumped a few positions. So in midfield, Declan Rice, imperious, steadfast, and just the sheer quality of deliveries, giving us so many goals from corners, from free kicks, from crossing. I'm thinking of that goal he set up for Saka towards the end of the season. He comes up with the balls just around in that pace. And of course, just in the right place or position. The Saka to head it past the chest of the keeper. Team were playing against the Ludsman. Tackles, which led to goals. The headers he scored. The goals from afar as well. Against tough opposition like Bournemouth early in the season. What a season he had. But the season's not over. How important he was. He's on drop. Of all those matches he played. Some of us calling for perhaps a few games break for him. He persevered and he almost didn't put it for wrong. Zubimendi had an incredible first half of the season. Dimmed slightly after that, but some of the goals he scored and what he added to our possession, his aerial dominance as well, particularly in the first half of the season. What a what what a normal season, and I'm excited as to how it can combine with Mosquera. He's showing great potential now. You see him working on his shooting in some of the training drills because he never loses the ball. Mosquera can play, find the ball. Seen that a number of times. Los Yorkers, they've got a great partnership. Um, they've got a great partnership brewing there. I guess back to Zubimendi. That volley from the top of the box, that will go down for folklore. The number of headers he scored, Nico Marina. And this man came up with arguably the most important moment of the season where he equalised against Newcastle. It was fantastic hit. Probably, I've never seen better technique than him. He has to say, he's positioned. He has to basically almost make a 270-degree swivel with his gun to that ball, loop of an imperious Newcastle goalkeeper, whose name eludes me. He's been saving everything. As they should have scored by that point. Still losing 1-0, entering the second half. They're just into the second half. And then Marina just ran by both and once. And is it a corner or a free? I think it's a free kick actually. And always a corner, a cross rather. And it just loops over to the literally into the bottom right corner. Against a team in Newcastle, which were outmuscling us. And then thrown us out of the semi-final of the EFL last season, in which we'd lost 2-0. Isak playing huge role in that match towards the end of last season in the Premier League. This was a buoy. So Marino gets the equaliser, made me start to believe. Gabriel, of course, with the Saint saith Mosquera to win us the match, towering above others, just won't be stopped. They didn't talk enough about that. That was an incredible moment by Gabriel to win us that match. And yeah, that was a very important match this season against Newcastle. But Nico Marino, the headers against Chelsea and some other Premier League sides, the assists he set up for Trossard, for example. He was one of our most effective goal assist per minute player this season, if not our most effective. I'm excited. Next season, with all these players, there's still so much more to offer. So much still to offer. Martin Odegaard got injured, but he still showed his creativity, his brilliance, really coming up with incredible number of goals and more assists, setting up for the number of minutes he played, setting up Trossard, the goal against West Ham. Fantastic individual brilliance to dribble, to make, and then to dribble into space. He brings such an incredible calmness on the ball and holds on to him. And then they just worry. It's like walking around Jericho. It's like we know something, the opponent knows something bad is going to happen, but they know if they get too close, you'll just dribble around. What an incredible player. Bit disgruntled that he's been associated with some of the Freemason imagery there. Then we have Jesus, of course, to reverse that and point to the real king. Saka started off well, faded a bit, wasn't ill, got out injured, came back when needed, and showed why he'll go down. One of the club greats, showing great leadership, wearing the captain's armband for most of the season in lieu of an underperforming Martin Odegaard or an absent Martin Odegaard. Gabriel and Rice sharing the armband. Greats with the club. And Victor Jokic, final piece of the puzzle. Racking up what was 14, 15 goals in the Premier League in his first season back in the Premier League. Silencing the doubters. And freeing up so much space for many of our attackers, many of our wingers. Really allowing this jigsaw to come together. This multi-pronged attack. And then towards the end of the season, showing even greater capabilities. Some would even say new capabilities on the ball. Using both feet. I'm thinking of that goal he set up for Saka. He receives it from Eze. They're finding him. Eze's found Gyökeres a couple times this season. Yes, and he scored some incredible goals as well. Some memorable moments against Tottenham. Scored 4 goals against them this season. A hat-trick in the first encounter. So memorable. Great volley. Eze with the volleys, bro. Against Crystal Palace as well, his old club. But back to Victor. Receiving the ball from Eze to running into space on the right channel. Coming back inside, holding off the ball. Just got real better at holding off the defender as the season progressed. Finding Saka makes an intelligent run. On the inside, the space is vacated. Stuff like that. Coming up with assists like that. And then headers, finishes from live play due to his intelligent positioning in the box, out-muscling the defender, being fed by Martinelli, Timber, Eze. He was an important piece, maybe even the crowning piece. Hopefully he can start to do more against the bigger sides, like Havertz. They scored once again against Man City, which wasn't enough at the Etihad. At the Etihad, Havertz with his intelligent runs, combining really well with Eze and Gyökeres at times. Real selfless player. See, he's got to be one of the favorites in the dressing room, Kai Havertz. What a mentality. What such intelligent runs. Great hold up play. Can hit the ball, as you said. No wonder Teta loves him as well. In Capier's, he's playing so well for us. Um, Such a dual monster. And the memorable goal he scored, set up by Gabriel. Max Dowman, great history, youngest 16-year-old to score now in the Premier League. As he did against Chelsea, I believe it was. Such composure, such confidence on the ball, such strength when he dribbles, such finesse across it. Played one part, one's penalties. He helped set up goals alongside Hincapié. The Gyökeres changed the match. And it would be great to see Ethan Winery come back and add both of them add to this young contingent. Maslow Skelly as well, all from Ireland. Homegrown talent. How many England internationals? Madueke. I mean, it was some special moments in the Premier League and the Champions League. Ross's combining so well. Ben White is a big reason why we're able to hold on to conversion. The second half of the season, in the absence of Timber, combining so well with Saka, Madueke, played a good part. He's got some memorable roles, as we mentioned. Ben White as well. Mentality, attacking brilliance, crossing. Honestly, the right pronged attack looks different with Ben White at right back. It's not to say Timber didn't work on that side of his game and rack up incredible tally of goals, but give Ben White his plaudits, hunger as well. There you have it. Arsenal Football Club, 2020, 2025, 2026 Premier League champions. 2025, 2026 champions.